Hi, this is Jeannie and Matt from Trendy, and today we're going to show you how to make a lighted box. Matt's going to be my helper today, and we found this piece of it's like plexiglass. This is a piece that was larger than this when we started, and we've already cut it. And there's a special little cutter that you use. Oh, careful! You make your box the size that you want, and we chose a 10 by 10 by 10 box because we're going to cover it with 10 by 10 inch wide foil mesh. So we measured 10 inches, and you just score this and score it 2 or 3 times, and then you can snap it off. So let's put the top back on that. We won't need that cutter. We've already cut our pieces. I just wanted to show you that, how we did that. So we cut our pieces 10 inches by 10 inches, and you can see one side is kind of rough and one side is smooth. So we took some spray adhesive. You can show us, okay? Some spray adhesive, and just sprayed that surface, and then we cut our mesh, which is 10 inches wide, into a 10 by 10 inch strip, and then glue that on. Now, this is not going to make a permanent bond. It will peel off, but I think it'll be sufficient for what we want to do for this project. And we did use 2 layers. So you can see that's the covering with 1 layer, and then you put 2 layers on it, and you get a much nicer coverage. Now, you can make this out of any color. We chose the wide foil because it does have wider strips of foil, and you get better coverage. So there's all colors of this. Today, the color that we're going to use for you is this gold and silver. So we're going to make a gold and silver box. We're going to put it together, and then we're going to put some lights on the inside, and then maybe a gold bow on top. Show us that other piece, the edging. We also got this clear edging, and we may use this, I'm not sure, but you can cut it with scissors, and when we put our box together, well, yeah, there's a piece. We may use that to help support our box and hold those edges together. So we'll just start and see how it goes. So the first thing we're going to do is cut our mesh 10 inches in width. So our mesh is 10 inches in width, and this is a 10-yard roll, so it'll be way more than we'll need. So we're going to, no, we don't need that cutter. You roll that out and hold it right there. Hold it down kind of flat, kind of snug, kind of pull it that away. All right, and what I'm going to do is just kind of get us a straight edge to start. So I'm just going to cut that. Now that we've got a good straight edge, and we're going to put that on 10 inches. So hold on. Okay. All right. Smooth. I'm going to smooth it down, and you hold it right there. There you go. Hold your hand right there. So we're going to need, how many pieces of this are we going to need? We
4.
Need.
Just
3
more.
Yeah, 4, but we need 1 for the top too, don't we?
And 1 for the bottom.
We don't need 1 for the bottom. We're going to leave it open from the bottom.
So we just need 5.
We need 5, but remember, we're going to do a double layer. Plus 5 plus 5.
10.
There you go. Now then, okay, so we're finished with that.
You don't need any more.
Don't need any more of that right now. Now, what we're going to do next is take our pieces of our plastic that we already cut.
Spray paint them.
We're going outside and spray paint. We'll be right back. You tell them we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
All right. The wind is blowing outside. So we sprayed a light coat of the adhesive, and we just got some paper down to protect our table. So now we're going to take the mesh, and we're going to fit it right on top of our square as best close as we can. It may not fit exactly because it may not be a perfect square. Okay. Huh?
Yep, it's not perfect.
Well, it's okay because, remember, we're going to do 2 layers. So we're gonna let that dry. And see, our next layer, we'll lay it on there going the other way. Our next layer, we'll put on there like that.
Now we just have to spray it on over that one.
We're gonna spray it on top of that. We
I'll
are.
take that outside.
Well,
Let me take that outside.
all right, let's see how that looks. It's gonna be shiny.
Looks good.
Okay.
They can't really see it.
Yes, they can. All right.
Is it on?
It's still on. All right, so let's go spray. Let's let that one dry and let's go spray our other pieces.
Okay.
It's awful windy outside, so we just brought our glue inside and we'll just, okay. So we've got our first layer on all 5 panels. Now, since we've got, you know how some of it, the edge is hanging off, we're gonna need to trim that off with some scissors. So hand me those scissors right there. No, let me see that.
Whoa, it's glue.
It's got hot glue on it. I used that while ago on some hot glue. So just, what I'm gonna do is
Can I do one?
trim that edge off right there. Let's see.
You're cutting the board.
Did I cut the board a little bit?
Yes.
Well, that's okay. Okay, so yeah, that's one done.
Can I do the other one?
All right.
Can I do it?
Okay.
Does I have to do it?
Okay. Okay. There you go. Okay. Okay, so now we have one layer and we have all of our edges trimmed. So now we're gonna put some spray adhesive on this, top of this, and then put our second layer. All right. Good job. Okay. Don't breathe that. You need a mask. Now, this time, we're going to put, see how the stripes are going that way? This time, we're going to do the stripes vertical. So this time,
Oh, these stripes are vertical.
well, then on that one, the next time, we will lay them in a different direction.
Look.
Uh-huh. Well, if you turn it that way, it's vertical, and if you turn it the other way, it's horizontal. Which way is it? I've got a bug on me.
There's a bug right behind you.
Where?
It's right there.
Okay. All right. So we're going to turn that over and let that dry. All right. Ready for another one?
Oh, that just poked me.
Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Oh, let's see. We want to turn it. Let's turn this around this way. Phew, that stuff smells, doesn't it? It's looking better, isn't it? Shiny.
Oh, look.
That's okay. We're going to trim off those edges again, you
When it
know.
dries.
We will. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Just so you know, I'm not done.
Oh. All right.
I'm breathing that in.
Don't breathe that. We might be drunk. It might make us crazy. If you start acting crazy, I'll say, what is that?
I'm just gonna go outside and I don't really want to do this anymore. I'm playing.
We're on the last one. Give me one more, and then we're going to be ready to put our box together.
I want to play. I'm gonna go outside and do my job.
Well, my helper bailed on me. He had better things to do. So now I've got 2 layers of the mesh on each side of my panel. And now I'm ready to hot glue this together. So that's just as good that he's not in here and he won't get burned. So I'm just going to take a little bead of hot glue and go down the edge and put the sides together. Now I know these are not going to line up perfectly, so I'm going to try to make them line up at the bottom so the box will stand up straight. Now I think what I'm going to do is use those corner pieces that I've got. They come with some adhesive that you just you peel off the label. I got this at Lowe's. Let's see. I don't have enough to go on every corner, so I'm just going to cut about a 3 or 4 inch piece just to go on every corner so that we'll just secure that a little more. And just peel those adhesive strips off and just secure it to both sides of your box. That's clear. I'm going to put one of those on every corner. Having that little bit of an edge is just going to help make the box more sturdy. Now I'm not expecting this to last 10 years or anything like that. If it gets through a season, then that'll be sufficient. But I did want to leave the bottom open so that we can, we're going to put lights on the inside. We still have to put our top on. We still have to do that, and then, but I wanted to leave the bottom open so that you can put the lights under there and, you know, take your lights out and use again for something else. I don't want to tie my lights up into a project that's going to sit in the attic for, you know, 10 months and then come back out at Christmas time. And before I put the top on, I'm going to go back with my glue gun and I'm going to put in a good thick layer of glue on that inside. On that inside seam, just to secure it even more. Okay, and I went all the way around the edges on my top piece. I'm going to lay that on top. Try not to get burned. And you know, if you have gaps around the edges, you could always go back with some braid or something, you know, and cover up those edges. Okay, now we're just going to let that dry for a little bit, and then we're going to put a bow on top and find something to put our lights, our battery lights. And this is a strand of 96, and it's one on a black cord. I probably would use a light with a white cord, but rather than open up another box to show you, I'm going to use these. These are batteries. They have 3 AA batteries in them. And they're indoor-outdoor lights. This is something new that we've got on the website this year, and they're just really great. These are LED, the cool white, which is the brightest color, and they have several different light functions, and they're on a timer. They'll burn for 6 hours, go off for 18, and come back on for 6. So we're going to set them on just the continuous burn right now. I'm probably just going to take another box that's about the size of this, or just smaller than this, and just wrap the lights around it, and then just set the mesh box on top of it. So I just made up this other little box. It's like a 7x7, and you can see it's going to fit right on top of that. And I'm just going to take my lights and wrap those around this box. Okay, so I just wrapped the lights around the box, and I'll just leave the battery pack where I can get to it easy. And then what we'll do is just set the box down on top of that. Then that way I can set it wherever I want, and then I can use my lights, after Christmas and, use them for something else. Now next we're going to maybe use this gold bow and just make a big bow to go on top. Next I just made a bow, just a simple loop bow with this honeycomb glittered ribbon, and I'm going to put some pieces over the box like that, like a Christmas package, and just hot glue that. Okay, there's our lighted box after we finished and put our bow on top. It lights up pretty good. Here's our finished box. And you can make it out of any color, red, silver, or you could cover it with anything besides Deco Poly Mesh too.
Green.
We just used that because it was really nice and shiny. And we've got our lights underneath the
Hood.
bottom. And that's it.
Thanks for coming out. I hope you enjoyed ourselves.
Thanks for dropping by. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. Bye now. Okay. All right, let's get your mic on. Okay. All right. You're on channel 2. Hold your mic. I'm gonna clip it to your G. Okay, we'll just clip it right there. All right, now we need to do a mic test. So, do testing, 1, 2, 3 testing.
1, 2, 3.
What? Talk normal.
1, 2, 3.
No, you have to talk normal.
Testing.
Okay, now we
1,
need.
2, 3. Testing.
Okay. Now, are you going to do are you going to say, hi, this is Matt and Jeannie from Trendy, or you want me to do that?
I do not want to say that.
All right, well, I'll do the beginning, but you're going to do the sign off at the end and say, thanks for coming by.
Can I say, like, how to do it, and just you ask me a question and I say that
Okay,
in
all
the
right.
middle. That's all.
Oops, let's get it back down here kind of straight. Oh,
You almost
what? I almost did, didn't I?
should have let that
What?
before you touched it.
I should have. Wait a minute.
Thanks for coming.
Hold up. So here's our finished box. Okay.
Right here. And this is my brother.